Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Revoltech figure, and the figure I'm showing you guys is Venom Snake from Phantom Pain. And this is the packaging from the front, from the side, and on the back. It shows quite a bunch of cool poses you could give him, and definitely he could achieve all of these. Alright, so here we have everything out of packaging, and so let's go over our accessories first. First we have a cardboard where you have to put it together yourself, and for him to hide in, which is nice. And they also made one for regular Snake from the first Metal Gear Solid figure. And then here are all the weapon and accessories. He comes with this rifle here. Does not have a removable clip. And then here's a sniper rifle, and comes with two attachments, the bipod. One is collapsed and one is open. And then here we have a knife, and here we have a piece, I think this is just a connector for the base or something, not quite sure. It comes with a cigar, a pistol, it's a communicator, and then an extra arm, the upgraded arm, and then this piece is to move the eye. And then it comes with a bunch of hands. We have 3 hands right here, and another 3. And he comes with an effect piece, and also a translucent base. So for a figure like this, I would say he comes with quite a lot of accessories. So let's take a look at the figure itself. Now, first thing you'll notice is the head sculpt, and he does not look like the game version of Venom Snake. I mean, it's a good looking sculpt, but definitely not accurate to how he looked in the game. And there's his armor, quite nice. He does have this armor in the game at a certain point. And he has that robotic arm, which is removable, interchangeable with this one. And there's the rest of them. Here's a Walkman he has on. And here's a side view of Snake, Venom Snake. And here you can see a badge on his shoulder here. It says Diamond Dog. I think it's Diamond Dogs. Then on the back, he has a pouch back here, canister, and then a knife holster, and also a pistol holster. And there's the rest of it. And on the side, no patch. And one thing I'm not a fan on is this double jointed shoulder, which is a bit loose. Here you could see I could push it up and down. Good range of motion with this double jointed shoulder, but it does tend to be quite loose, and it is using those smaller Revoltech joints. And here you can kind of see those double joints right there. Those Revoltech joints. They aren't as robust as the bigger ones, like around his hips or his knees. Those are the really good ones. They ratchet quite nicely, and same with the chest and the waist. Those are really robust, but the elbows and the shoulders and the wrists are the weaker ones, where it doesn't really ratchet that well. Some don't even ratchet at all, especially the one around the waist. So they do tend to get loose quite easily. And the shoulder ones you could feel the ratcheting mechanism of it, but it's not the greatest. And one thing I do really enjoy when it comes to these Revoltech figures is the articulation. It's you could definitely give them quite a lot of poses very specific ones, like looking down the barrel, shooting at where the weapon is held up high to the face, and stuff like that. Anything you could think of, you could pretty much achieve with the Revoltech figures. But you gotta be really careful when it comes to moving those joints, because sometimes they are stuck in a certain position. You would have to move it a certain way to really get that position right, and because if not, you might end up breaking the joint. Here you can see how far those arms could be thrown across his body, and like any of the other figures, you wouldn't be able to achieve a position like this. Here you can see, especially with those double jointed shoulders, he could totally achieve those poses. Where here you can see his arm is like all the way to the other shoulder, which a lot of, I think, majority of the figures can't do. Here I could even get him to a pose where he is enjoying his cigar, which is quite impressive for a figure like this size. Quite nice too. And in order to move his eye, all you need to do is remove his face from the head. And then here on the back of his face here, there's a little ball joint in there and a little hole, and all you need to do is use this piece of tool here, right here, and plug that in to move his eye. And overall, this is an amazing figure. I do really like the range of motion you give him, but one thing I do wish this company would have given us would be extra joints, especially those wrist joints. I do feel that eventually they will break, because they are so tiny, and if you want to switch out these hands, there are quite a few, and all that pulling and tugging and pushing, it's gonna break those joints eventually. So those are the things that I wish Revoltech would have given us. And also one thing I do want to complain about is the likeness, and he of course doesn't look like how he looked in the game. Wish he did. I would have liked this figure quite a lot more, but still, I do really enjoy messing with this figure, and there's a lot of posability for this figure, and if you like to take photography with your figures, then this is one of those must-have, and also you would have to enjoy Metal Gear Solid quite a bit in order to for you to want to purchase this figure too. So there you go. And it's going to set you back about 65 or so, I believe this figure is going to set you back. And bought it through a Japanese store, Ami. And yeah, so there you go. Thanks for watching.